After more than a decade behind bars, Vybz Kartel is finally a free man at 49. Grabbing headlines and sparking new interest not just in his music, but his whole life story. Fans and critics have watched Kartel's journey from prison to his first real taste of freedom as he reclaims his spot in dancehall. His influence is hard to miss. He's shaped the sound, style, and attitude of modern Jamaican music. Now, everyone wants to know what's next for Kartel, his family, finances, and newfound freedom. From his relationship with his wife ZRK to his 7 children and reported multi-million-dollar net worth, there's so much to unpack. This post breaks down the facts, rumors, and big lifestyle shifts that define Kartel's life in 2025. A new chapter, Vybz Kartel's release from prison and legal vindication. Vybz Kartel's life took a sharp turn in 2024 after years of legal drama, health hurdles, and the undying support of fans inside and outside Jamaica. His recent release marked a powerful resetter moment many thought would never arrive. This section explores the twists and turns of his courtroom battle, the rough road with health struggles, and how Kartel stormed back onto the world's stage. With all eyes watching, the legal journey, overturned conviction, and release. Kartel's legal saga dominated headlines since his arrest in 2011 for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. The original trial became Jamaica's longest, spanning 64 days and featuring claims of juror bribery. Despite the lack of a body and much of the evidence being circumstantial, Kartel was found guilty in 2014 and received a life sentence, with parole possible after 32.5 years. Health challenges and resilience. Prison life was far from easy for Kartel. Severe health issues started to pile up, including a diagnosis of Graves' disease, a serious autoimmune disorder. It's a condition that attacks the thyroid and, in Kartel's case, led to rapid weight changes, swollen facial features, bulging eyes, dry skin, and vision trouble. Even more worrying, doctors reported that his heart function dropped by roughly 20%, putting him at high risk for heart attacks. Here's how his health added to the drama. Years without proper treatment, Kartel's legal team fought for better medical care. Describing his prison conditions as inhumane, they warned that the lack of urgent surgery put his life at risk. Visible symptoms. Fans noticed changes in Kartel's face and eyes in photos and video. Call signs of Graves' disease and heart strain that sparked public concern. Ongoing recovery. Since his release, Kartel has focused on getting stronger. He's on a special diet, does regular checkups, and uses exercise equipment like a treadmill and cycle. His medical team includes top thyroid and heart specialists from Jamaica and the Caribbean. Despite everything, Kartel's drive to record and release music never faded. Even gravely ill, he kept his name front and center in dancehall, refusing to back down. Reunion with the world, media, fans, and first performances. Kartel's return flipped the script for Jamaican music and social media. The sheer scale of public reaction made headlines worldwide. Crowds filled the streets and social platforms buzzed with celebration, memes, and live footage of his first moments outside. Freedom Street concert. Days after his release, Kartel headlined the sold-out Freedom Street concert in Kingston. Fans camped out for hours. The event quickly turned legendary for its energy, with Kartel performing classic hits and tributes to supporters. Media blitz. Top Jamaican and international outlets lined up for interviews. Kartel gave exclusive sit-downs, sharing how he survived prison, why he kept making music, and what freedom means after so many years away. Fanbase ignites. Supporters, flooded his social feeds with messages and videos. Hashtags like #UnstoppableKartel trended globally. The dancehall world, as well as celebrities abroad, welcomed him back. Some even compared his return to iconic moments in music history. Kartel's first live appearances showed a changed man, reflective, maybe a bit older, but still sharp with his wit and lyrical power. The sense in the crowd was clear. After years of waiting, Jamaica finally had its dancehall king back on the throne. Family spotlight, wife, fiancé, and 7 children. Vybz Kartel's personal life is never far from the headlines, especially now that he's a free man. From his long-time partnership with Tenacious Shorty Johnson to his new life plans with fiancé Vybz and his legacy of 7 children, this family story is rich, layered, and often dramatic. Digging into his partners and how his kids are carving out their own fame gives a real look into the man behind the world boss legend. Partners and relationships. Tenacious Johnson to Sidamise Kartel's name was long connected to Tenacious Shorty Johnson, his common-law wife and business ally. Together, they share 3 sons: Jaheim Lickle Vybz, Akil Lickle Addy, and Iko. Shorty was a consistent presence through Kartel's early musical rise, his arrest, and those tough prison years, even managing family business ventures and fiercely defending her status as the First Lady of Gaza. Their relationship changed in 2018 when they went their separate ways. Yet, Shorty's role in his family and career has remained strong. She's not only the mother of his most well-known kids, but keeps her own business life buzzing. Her independence and loyalty, even after the split. Then comes Vybz Kartel's fiancé, now stepping into the spotlight. A London-raised Turkish social worker, Vybz connected with Kartel while he was in prison, going so far as to track down Shorty to find him. Vybz's loyalty is no small thing. She moved to Kingston in 2019, stuck by Kartel through the hardest days, and co-creates content with him for their Kiss Me Baby YouTube channel. During his incarceration, Vybz became his chief confidant, muse, and public advocate, often fielding media inquiries and keeping fans updated about his well-being. Their engagement, confirmed in 2024, marks a new beginning in Kartel's ever-love life. Key contrasts between Tenacious and Vybz. Tenacious represents loyalty from Kartel's early and most challenging years. Focusing on family and business, Vybz brought new energy, moving continents to stand by him, and became a voice for his well-being and a creative partner. Life after prison, family reunions, and celebrations. Few moments in Jamaican pop culture compare to the scenes of Kartel reuniting with his kids and fiancé after more than a decade locked away. Videos of their emotional embrace quickly went viral, showing a raw side of the dancehall star rarely seen before. Fans saw the whole family, UTG sons, young children, and Vybz all waiting outside the gates for that first embrace. Their cheers and tears made the moment feel bigger than music. Vybz, in particular, stood by his side, smiling through the chaos and helping Kartel catch his breath during waves of media attention. How the family shaped Kartel's comeback. Their social media posts, live streams, and public messages lifted Kartel's spirits and kept fans in the loop throughout his recovery. Family reunions turned into celebrations, with close friends and relatives gathering for private dinners and eventually public parties honoring his freedom. The children played key roles, supporting their father's transition back into daily life, especially as he adjusted to his new routine outside prison walls. That energy family celebration, support set the tone for every step Kartel takes post-prison. Every reunion hits social feeds and headlines. But for the Palmer family, it's become the newest normal. Counting the millions. Vybz Kartel's net worth and financial journey. When fans talk about Vybz Kartel, they often focus on his music, his legal story, and his huge family. But behind the headlines lies another story, one about money, smart moves, and turning every setback into a step forward. As of 2025, Kartel's estimated net worth ranges between $1 million and $5 million. This fortune didn't just come from hit singles, but also from savvy business decisions, high-profile partnerships, and the resilience to keep earning, even while locked up. Major revenue streams: music, streaming, endorsements. Vybz Kartel built his empire, brick by brick, using every tool at his disposal. Here's how the cash flows in. Album sales: Kartel has released more than 10 albums, including Up to D-Time, King of the Dancehall, and Kartel Forever trilogy. Even as music shifted from CDs to digital, Kartel's albums continued to sell. King of the Dancehall was especially successful. It peaked at No. 2 on the Billboard Reggae charts and went gold in 2020. Streaming numbers: Kartel's catalog is a streaming powerhouse. On Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music, songs like Fever, Romping Shop, and Clark's still rack up millions of streams. Certified hits like Fever alone have gone gold in the US, clearing 500,000 units sold. His YouTube channel boasts over 1.6 billion views, pulling in an estimated $20,000. $60,000 each month just from ad revenue. Brand deals and endorsements. Even before his release, Kartel scored brand deals. He partnered with fashion lines. His own cake soap became a trending skincare item, and Street Vybz rum filled a gap in dancehall-themed spirits. These products were often plugged in his lyrics and videos, reinforcing his brand everywhere from Instagram to Kingston storefronts. International tours and live shows. Before prison, Kartel's shows across Jamaica, the Caribbean, and key international cities pulled huge crowds and six-figure paydays per tour. In 2025, with greater freedom, Kartel is back to performing. Some sources report he now commands about $1.35 million per concert, easily boosting annual earnings well above $20 million for top festival seasons. These numbers may seem massive, but overhead, promotion, and crew costs mean only a fraction lands in his personal accounts. Key earnings highlights: over 100 million streams per top album, monthly streaming income in the tens of thousands, features for international artists, sometimes fetching up to $50,000 each, billions in historical streams contributing to long-term royalty payments. Despite his incarceration from 2011 to 2024, Kartel kept releasing music. More than 50 songs came out while he was behind bars. His digital presence never faded, and his creative output stayed strong, proof that neither bars nor bad press could stop his revenue machine. Business moves, brands, investments, and family ventures: Kartel isn't just an artist. He's a brand builder and risk taker. With multiple ventures under his belt, he's created income streams that go beyond music. Entrepreneurial pursuits include Cake Soap. Launched as a skin-brightening soap, Cake Soap became a pop culture phenomenon. Kartel's lyrics sparked waves of interest, and demand for the product soared, though it sparked its share of controversy. The brand brought in consistent cash and set a template for how to mix controversy with commercial success in Jamaica. Street Vybz, rum, and other liquor brands. Partnering with distillers and marketers, Kartel co-founded Street Vybz Rum, The spirit quickly became a dancehall staple and was even name-dropped in songs. Strategic marketing plus Kartel's notoriety meant steady sales. Even during his prison years, Adijahim Notness Records, Kartel founded his own label, which manages his rights and publishing. By controlling his masters and building a direct-to-fan pipeline, Kartel keeps a much larger cut of royalties compared to artists signed to major labels. His label has also nurtured talent, including producers and up-and-coming artists connected to Gaza. Clothing and merchandise. From footwear to streetwear, Kartel's fashion lines make regular drops on Instagram and in Kingston stores. Fans love the World Boss branding and exclusive merch tied to album releases, digital ventures. Kartel's Kiss Me Baby YouTube channel, launched with Sidim ZTRK, is a new stream for ad revenue and fan engagement. With over 56,000 subscribers by early 2025, the channel adds to his overall online presence, real estate and asset investments. While not as publicized, Kartel has reportedly invested in property and other local ventures, adding stability to his financial footprint. Future earnings. The family planners, Kartel's children, especially Little Vybz and Little Addy, build their own careers as UTG. Expect even more. Palmer Family Ventures. Kartel's guidance and experience are giving his sons a head start in music and business. Collaborations, UTG brand products, and even cross-generational concerts can be expected down the line. Other children may also step into creative, business, or management roles, ensuring the Kartel brand lives on and evolves. In short, Vybz Kartel's wealth in 2025 comes from a constant flow of music royalties, features, and album sales, entrepreneurial ventures, cake soap, liquor, labels, and more licensing deals, publishing, and digital content monetization, the rise of his sons and family. Making sure Kartel's business impact continues to grow. Kartel's net worth isn't just a headline, but the result of smart work, non-stop hustle, and a deep understanding of what fans want. Even with the setbacks, he's shown how to build, lose, and rebuild a fortune from the studio to the streets, and now, back on top. Vybz Kartel's 2025 lifestyle, from prison to global stage life, moves fast for Vybz Kartel. In 2025, less than a year after leaving prison, he's wasting no time getting back to what he does best: music, performing, and stealing the limelight both at home and around the world. This new chapter in Kartel's story isn't only about freedom, it's about owning every stage, every headline, and every fashion statement. Whether he's headlining packed arenas, building his business empire, or shifting his image for a global crowd, Kartel is living large and thinking even bigger. The next wave of his career is turning heads everywhere. Back on the road. World Boss Tour and new music after years away from live stages. Vybz Kartel's 2025 comeback tour is nothing less than massive. The World Boss Summer 2025 tour launched with a sold-out high-energy show at Miami's Amarant Bank Arena, marking Kartel's historic return to performing in the US. The excitement is real. People lined up for hours. Social media flooded with clips, and every concert has felt like a celebration. How big is the tour? Kartel is playing everywhere from Kingston to London, New York to Berlin. Festival bookings include the United States, Canada, the UK's Wireless Festival, Germany's Summer Jam, and the Caribbean's own Reggae Sumfest. Stopovers in Guyana, Trinidad, and top European cities are letting fans everywhere get a taste of the King back Pan D Road. The scale is huge, but what draws just as much buzz are the collaborations Kartel is lining up. Recent industry talk points to surprise performances with Cardi B, who's openly credited Kartel as a dancehall influence. High-energy sets at the Wireless Festival, and rumored studio links with artists across genres, hip-hop, Afropop, and Latin trap among them. There's even fresh speculation about a music video shot between Miami and London, tying the dancehall roots with global beats. Kartel isn't content to revisit his past hits. He's dropping new music influenced by the sounds he's soaked up from afar, influences of Afropop and global beats. His singles now carry flavors of African rhythms and Latin crossover. Genre mashups, blending roots, reggae, hip-hop, and even drill. Kartel's latest tracks feel fresher, more borderless, and ready for playlists everywhere. Production upgrades. The sound is sleeker, production is tighter, and features from young global stars keep things current. Fans are loving the shift. Trendsetters from London to Lagos are remixing his latest hits. Streaming numbers are spiking, and for the first time in years, Kartel seems poised to dominate not only dancehall, but also the global club scene. If the tour's any sign, Kartel is cashing in on a new level of stardom, with every city, every stage, and every stream adding zeros to his name. A changed man, balancing controversy, health, and artistry. 2025 isn't just about fame and parties for Kartel. Years behind bars changed him, and in the public eye, he's working hard to write a new chapter, one that shows growth, responsibility, and a real grasp of second chances. Facing his past, Kartel's public comments and interviews reveal a man willing to talk about what went wrong. He's addressed his conviction and prison life with directness, sometimes even humor, especially on social media and TV guest spots. He often credits his release to faith, his family's loyalty, and the legal team that fought tirelessly. There's no dodging tough questions. Instead, he's reshaping his story by owning it. Health as priority. His post-prison lifestyle makes health non-negotiable. Diagnosed with Graves' disease and a weak heart after years of poor prison treatment, Kartel's schedule now includes regular checkups from a group of top thyroid and heart doctors, a strict diet, sometimes documented in short vlogs and Instagram posts, daily fitness routines, treadmill sprints, cycling, and lighter stage workouts to keep up with tour demands. If he splurges now, it's just as likely on the latest home gym equipment or organic meal plans as flashy cars. Friends say he travels with a small team, managing everything from medication to meal prep, so he can handle the pressure of a world tour. Staying healthy is a cornerstone of his comeback, and the message is clear. Freedom means taking care of yourself. Polishing the public image. Kartel is managing his reputation with smart moves off the mic. He's more diplomatic in interviews, skipping the feuds and insults that once made headlines. His fashion sense has shifted from strictly Badman Gaza to upscale think designer suits, crisp sneakers, custom jewelry. Recent posts show him stepping out with his fiancée Sidim, both dressed for the pages of Vogue or GQ.